It's really got to be drilled. When we talk about a low single leg,
All right, we're going to take a look at Tazhoudinov's other attack. He only does two. It's either double leg from space or this overtie slide by. All right, so I mean, it's pretty simple. Opponent collar ties. Tazhudinov goes over top of it on his own collar tie, but overtie. He just hops to that side. So we see as he's starting to attack this arm, his feet will shift to get perpendicular to his opponent. All right, hops to the side, gets perpendicular. I think in a perfect world, here he runs into the guy's foot. But I think in a perfect world, he lands just outside of his foot. I mean, footwork's pretty standard. Positioning when he turns is pretty standard. Looks down in a way to do this slide by. He wants pressure in. So when he looks down in a way, he can try and get the guy's hands to go to the mat. And the thing that he does a little different than, at least when I was taught this, is he just grabs the forearm or wrist with this hand. Instead of, whereas I was taught, you like trap the elbow above the elbow kind of. So like thumb outside above the elbow. Here he goes and just grabs the wrist or hand. And then this hand we see pushing the head down this direction. Drags that arm through. And here he gets the guy to hit his hands and just goes straight behind him. This one doesn't happen a ton, this kind of finish. But here it does. Here's another look. Same slide by. This guy kicks out. Ends up getting a step out. So here's what he normally tries to transition to. We're going to see a lot of the same stuff here as he clears his head. Attacks at the wrist. And then this hand's moving the head. Now this time when he skips over to the side, he really leans down low so that he can bring his wrist hand to the ankle. See him attack the guy's ankle. This guy's able to kick out, and he ends up with a step out. So footwork same. This time he just attacks the ankle. Again, same ideas here. Drops low to the ankle, takes it up to a single leg. This is most often what happens, is he'll attack that ankle, bring it up to his feet as a single leg, and then score. All right, so we see this hand already starting to transition up to the wrist. Again, just kind of pinches the forearm, almost like you're taking off a Russian tie or a 2-on-1. Head down and away. Feet next to the opponent's. I think this is really good foot position. He's right beside him, perpendicular to his opponent. We still see pressure on the head as he's dropping low. This is probably another one of his advantages for being so tall. I mean, he can get pressure down with his arm still being bent and attack this guy's leg. Just drops right in on the ankle. Takes it up to a single leg. And then works through his finishes here. Here we get to look at it from the other side. So this one's really, really short. As in he's not getting a really long slide by motion. So again, here we can really see this overtie hand. Again, his defense is really good, so he doesn't really care about giving up all the space. He doesn't mind you grabbing his legs. So we're going to see the hand switch. Really nice step. So, what? This guy's leg is back. So, in order to kind of keep balance, he's going to have to move it up. So, this first step's a little bit sideways, and there's a little bit of a pull that direction. Step, pull, and then I imagine we're going to see a hop of some kind here. Yep. That's actually really nice. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time on this kind of footwork. So guy's got a post on this side, post on this side. He is off balance like this direction. It makes a triangle. If his feet are square, it'd be more up this way. And if his feet were opposite, it'd be more on that side. All right, so the off balance is kind of this direction. So here we see with this step this direction, it's going to make this guy step as well. And there's also going to be kind of a rock that way with his arm. Yep. Now he starts his look away. We can see this guy's foot coming around as he starts to look away and attack this forearm. Big hop this way to get outside of the guy's feet. Drops low with his hand. Catches right at the sock. Picks it up high. And then works through a single leg finish. Really nice. Really nice. Here we got another one. This kind of finish this is the only time I've ever seen him do this. And I think it was just a read in the moment. So let's take a look, see what happens. Guy's giving good pressure. It all pretty much starts the same. Still the same, looks away. This time this foot steps really hard. And as he hops, yeah, I guess he just looks and sees that it's the one in front and grabs it. Pretty good rule of thumb to grab the foot that's in front. And then tries to, I think, just make it like a quick ankle pick finish. Push his head away, catch like low double to finish. But this guy ends up kind of sliding his arm by on his own. Steps over, picks his feet up, ends up with a takedown anyway. Almost in like a lace situation. And then afterwards, this is super important, but he's like, I don't know what to do. And I'm like, I don't either, man. Good luck. Here's another finish option that he doesn't do a whole ton. And I'm also just now noticing how elite Tazhudinov's footwork actually is. That dude can move. So kind of level changing, looking opposite side a little bit to get this guy reacting. Looks down away again. Here's the initial hop over to that side. Then once the guy squares up and hits the mat, we're going to see him make a big jump all the way back the other way. Also going to redirect in the guy's armpit here. Hops feet around. Hops feet around. Gets anchored. Hand comes back in between. Actually, take a second to look at this. So initially there's really nothing too much wrong with this arm. It can act as a good anchor to kind of pull the guy and crunch him a little bit as you anchor on this leg. But once you kind of get anchored, you want to try and get this arm back on the same side of his body that you are on, which he does here. Pulls his arm back over top, gets it on the same side, and then looks for cradle with his super long arms. And he does end up getting it. I think he actually ends up turning and pinning the guy.